Feeling sad and empty is like having a grey cloud over everything you do. It's like waking up to a world that feels dull and colorless, where even the things you used to enjoy don't seem to bring much joy anymore. Imagine your favorite song playing, but instead of feeling excited, it just sort of echoes in the background, not really touching your heart. It's like there's a hollow space inside you that nothing can fill, no matter how hard you try. You might go through the motions of your day, but deep down, there's a heaviness that weighs you down, like carrying a backpack full of rocks. It's tough because you cannot quite pinpoint why you feel this way, and it's even harder to explain to others who might not understand. But reaching out and talking about it is a brave step, and it's the first step towards finding some sunshine through the clouds. Have you ever felt like the world around you is wrapped in a heavy blanket of sadness and emptiness? It's like walking through a foggy forest where every step feels uncertain and every sound is muffled by the thick mist of your emotions. In these moments, even the simplest tasks can feel like climbing a mountain, each one more daunting than the last. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling a weight in your chest that makes it hard to take a deep breath. It's like there's a storm raging inside you, but instead of thunder and lightning, it's a whirlwind of negative thoughts and emotions swirling around your mind. You try to shake it off, to push through the haze and find some clarity, but it's like trying to swim against a powerful current that threatens to pull you under. As the day goes on, you go through the motions of your routine, but everything feels off. It's like you're watching your life unfold from a distance, like a spectator rather than a participant. You might force a smile or a laugh here and there, but deep down, you know it's just a cover up, a mask to hide the emptiness inside. Even the things that used to bring you joy now feel hollow and meaningless. Your favorite song plays on the radio, but instead of tapping your foot along the beat, you find yourself lost in thought, unable to connect with the music like you used to. You try to lose yourself in a book or a movie, hoping to escape from the heaviness weighing you down, but no matter how hard you try, you can't shake the feeling that something is missing. And that's the thing about sadness and emptiness. It's not just a feeling, it's a void, a gaping hole in your heart that nothing seems to fill. You might try to numb the pain with distractions or vices, but no amount of effort can chase away the shadows creeping around the corners of your mind. But perhaps the hardest part of all is trying to explain it to others. How do you put into words something that feels so intangible, so elusive? How do you make them understand that it's not just a case of blues, but a deep seated ache that permeates every aspect of your being? It's like trying to describe the color blue to someone who has been blind from birth. No matter how eloquent your words, they'll never truly grasp the concept until they have experienced it for themselves. And so you keep your feelings bottled up inside, plastering on a smile and nodding along when they ask if you're okay. Because the truth is, you don't want to burden them with your pain. But here's the thing, reaching out is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It takes courage to admit that you are struggling, to open up and let someone else in, even when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to keep your ground up. And while it may feel like you're alone in the darkness, the truth is there are people out there who care about you, who want to help you find your way back into the light. So if you're feeling lost in the fog of sadness and emptiness, know that you're not alone. There is hope, there is help, and there is healing waiting for you on the other side. All you have to do is reach out and take that first step, no matter how small it may seem. Because even in the darkest of nights, there are stars shining overhead, guiding you home.